Start TikTok shop, start TikTok shop, start TikTok shop. Bro, everyone's saying this and normal everyday people are making thousands everywhere I look online doing this, but no one's telling me how to actually start. Now that's exactly how I thought when I started doing this over a year ago now. Since then, I've now managed to make it my full-time income and I've learned and achieved a lot. I've had months of over £30,000 in profit, hundreds of millions of views, and even reached the highest earning affiliate position in the UK without ever showing my face. And now I'm going to make the exact type of video that I wish was available to me when I first started and tell you the best steps that you should currently take in 2025 to make serious money on TikTok shop affiliate as a normal everyday person. And by the way, I've been able to do this whilst having other commitments like teaching over 500 people how to do the same and being at university. So don't worry if you haven't got hours of free time to put into this strategy is still going to work for you. I'm honestly going to tell you everything, even the stuff that these TikTok shop gurus won't tell you, just so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and all the mistakes that you have to avoid making if you want to make some serious money. Anyway, enough yapping, let's get straight into this. So if you're on this video, I assume you already know what the TikTok shop affiliate program is, but just in case you're thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Let me just run you through how it works. In simple terms, you make videos or live streams on other people's products off the TikTok shop that they send to you. And then what you're going to do is tag the product. Whenever anyone buys through the link on our videos, we earn a commission, and we don't have to do any of the hard work like shipping the orders or customer service. Our job is just to drive traffic to their products, enjoy our commission, and we get to keep the product. Now, I'm sure you've already seen, but people are earning thousands doing this. For example, one of the viral affiliates members, Joe. He's gone from earning zero 2 months ago when he joined to making £6,000 in profit 2 months later. Now let me show you how to do the same. So when it comes to your first few products, you need to understand that you are going to have to buy and order your first few. Now you don't need to spend much, maybe £10 to £20 per product, but everyone online saying you're getting these products sent to you for free, which you will after a while, but you do have to buy your first few. Like, just put yourself in the brand's shoes. Yes, they want you to organically market their products and drive traffic for them, but they aren't just going to send out free products to a blank TikTok shop page when they don't know what quality of content they're going to receive, because at the end of the day, it does cost the brand. You're only going to need to buy 2 or 3 products when you first start out, maybe spend £50, £60, but if you choose good products that you can make good content on, you're not going to have to buy any products after that. So how are you going to make sure you choose good products? When it comes to choosing winning products, the first place you can look is on the actual TikTok product marketplace. This is basically where you're going to find all the TikTok shop products, and you can literally scroll through there and find good winning products. Another way you can find them is by using Callow Data, which is a top TikTok shop analytics and insight tool. Basically on there you can see things like how much a product's made in the past week, past month, the product's sales trend, so is it making more sales or is it dropping off, the top performing products, the creators, how much the creators are making, video ideas for us to copy, how much money the video's actually made, and lots more. You do have to pay for Callow Data, and I do actually have a code which is WayneTTS. This is going to give you a discount on your monthly subscription, but whether you use it or not, Callow Data is still a brilliant tool. In terms of product criteria and what you should be looking for in terms of winning products, it is a little bit different for advanced creators and beginner creators. We are going to go over the criteria that advanced creators should be looking for after, but if you're a beginner, this is what you should be looking for. First of all, product price. If you're a beginner, you should be looking for products that are about £8 to about £20 to £25. The reason being, you're still learning how to make engaging and good quality content, so it's going to be easier for you guys to sell lower priced products. This is going to allow you to get a feel of what it actually feels like to make sales, because if you follow all the steps that I'm giving you, you'll 100% make some sales, and it's also going to give you a chance to get used to creating that content. In terms of commission rate, you should be looking at about 8 to 10% or more, or 80p per sale or more. This is because even though you're selling lower priced products, you still want to be selling products for commissions that are actually worth your time. The next thing in the criteria is pick a product that you'd actually use or that you can showcase its functions well. So a lot of these people that teach TikTok shop say only promote products that you'd actually use, but I totally disagree. Some of the products that I've made thousands in profit from are great products that I personally never use. Not everything that's a good product has to be something that you personally use. So as long as it's a good quality product, there's a demand for it, and you can showcase it well, go ahead and promote it. The next thing in the criteria is make sure the product has at least 3,000 to 5,000 sales. This obviously tells us that there's actually a demand for the product and people are actually buying it. And when you're ordering the product or getting a free sample, make sure there's over 250 units in stock at least. Now, if you're a bit more advanced in TikTok shop, the criteria is a bit different. Assuming that you're comfortable making content and you're confident in your ability to make good quality content, this is a criteria that I'd suggest. First of all, product price. You should be promoting products from about £10 all the way up to £30, £40. The reason being, if you're now confident in your ability to make good content, if you can showcase a slightly more expensive product well that you've got better commission on, and you manage to hit a viral video, the amount of money you're going to earn is going to be insane. Like, just look at this. I've personally had days where I've earned £4,000 in profit in a single day. But as I say, only go for these more expensive products once you're confident in your ability to make content. Product criteria number 2, products with £1 commission or more. Once again, if you're making good content, you deserve good commissions. £1 commission's a decent baseline. Next, for the amount of sales on the product, we're going to go down to 500 sales or more. Obviously, by now, you should be confident using Callow data or have an eye for good products. So once again, if you can make good content on good products that less people have seen, they're going to convert better. And obviously that means more sales and more commission for us. Lastly, units in stock, anything over 500 units in stock. I put this number up from what it was at for beginners, because now we're confident in making good quality content, so we're expecting to sell more. Obviously, if we're selling more, we need more in stock. And then apart from those, everything from the beginners applies to the more advanced affiliates as well. I should mention that if you are someone that feels like you're going to struggle to pick winning products, or you already do struggle to pick winning products, inside Viral Affiliates I post 15 to 20 winning products weekly, as well as predicted winning products that you guys can get onto early in order to convert as best as possible. Next, we're going to go over content styles. So, one of the most important steps of making serious money on TikTok Shop is choosing a content style that suits you, that works for the types of products that you'll be promoting, and makes sense for your skill set. One of the best things about TikTok Shop is that people of all ages and ability making content can succeed and make thousands and tens of thousands on there. But only when they choose the right content style, which is what makes it so vital. Like, we see people like me in my 20s with good ability with technology making good money on TikTok Shop, but we also see people like Ricky, who's another member of my group in his 40s, not the best with technology and stuff like editing, but still consistently earning 5-figure profit months because he chose a content style that suited him. So the first thing you need to do is decide whether you want to do faced content or faceless content. Neither of them are better than the other, but they both have their pros and cons. For example, when it comes to face content, it's easier to get brand deals and retainer deals because brands like faces. You build trust with the viewers more easily because they can actually see who they're buying from, and you can grow a loyal audience that follow and buy from you, not just your content. Then on the flip side, when it comes to faceless content, all the focus is actually on the product, so it can be easier to sell certain products because there's no distractions. It's faster to produce content, and it's easier to create content on the days that you don't really feel like it because you don't have to get ready, etc. Obviously, this will lead to you having more videos that you can actually make sales from, and it also makes it easier to stay consistent, which is one of the most important factors when it comes to succeeding on TikTok Shop. And then obviously your personal privacy, you can stay anonymous, and everyone you know in your personal life is not going to be coming over to you and saying, oh, I've seen your video, blah, blah, blah. So it's totally up to you. You don't even have to stick to one. You can do a bit of faced, a bit of faceless content, but you can earn 5 figures a month doing either content style. I've done it. I've seen it happen multiple times. So just choose what works for you. Now, once you've chosen between the two, you need to pick an actual content style. So here's some content style examples that people are currently doing right now in 2025 and making thousands with. So the first one being talk whilst filming content. This is typically unedited or really lightly edited content that can be done faced or faceless, whatever you choose, and you basically talk whilst you're filming the product and showcasing its selling points. The next content style is voiceover content. Once again, this can be done faced or faceless. However, what you do is record a voiceover and then you also film yourself demonstrating the selling points of the product, and then you put the two together. Obviously, this requires a little bit of editing, but it's super simple to do. The next content style is skits. And basically what you do with skit content is you act out a scenario when the product may be used and you showcase it that way. And why skits do well is a lot of the times people don't feel like they're watching an advert and they end up getting engaged into the video. Next is clipped content. This is typically done faceless and basically use clips from people like celebrities or from the news to create a demand for the product, or create some social proof for the product before actually showcasing you using it. Now, I definitely don't advise solely relying on clipped content because with the TikTok algorithm in 2025, they've made it very clear that they don't like clipped content and they only want people making high quality original content. However, a lot of people are still getting away with using clips that not many people have used yet and still making a lot of money. So what I recommend you doing, and what I personally do on my backup page, is use the clips on there in case you get violations and stuff like that, and then use your main page to learn how to make viral, engaging and well converting content all by yourself. There's also bottom of funnel content, middle of funnel content, but I've gone over the main ones that I think you should be doing. So have a look into them all and figure out which one would work best for you. Now we know how TikTok Shop works, we've got our winning products, we know what content style we're doing, now we need to know how to make viral content. In order to make sales and serious profits, we need to be able to make content that not only gets views, but also converts well. Now there's way too much to cover in one video on what it takes to make consistently well-performing and well-converting videos. However, I'm going to give you guys a slightly simplified framework on exactly how to do so. And just so you guys know this actually works, this is the exact framework I use to get all of these viral videos that I consistently make. So first, the basics. You guys need to all know these. Your hook, the first few seconds of the video that stops the viewer from scrolling. People have terrible concentration spans now, so if we can't keep the viewer on our video for more than a few seconds, we're never going to make any sales. The next thing we need to include in our video is pain points. We need to give the viewer a reason to buy by showing or explaining problems that people have and how the product's going to help them fix it. Next is selling points and functions. You need to showcase the product as well as you can, even exaggerate it. This is a bit of secret sauce, but for example, if you're doing a cleaning product, make the area that you're going to be doing the video in dirtier before making the video to really exaggerate the functions of the product. And the last basic you need to include in your video is a call to action. Create some scarcity or some urgency to make the viewer buy now. How you can do this is by saying there's limited stock, the sale's ending soon, whatever you need to say to make the viewer buy now. Now, some slightly more advanced techniques. The first one being rage bait. You need to understand that controversy brings views, so if you can annoy people to get more eyeballs on your content, do so. Whether that's by saying something opinionated in your video, using the product wrong, whatever you need to do to annoy people is going to bring more views to your video. So another thing you can do is engagement bait. If you don't know what that is, it's basically baiting the viewer into engaging, usually commenting on the video, which then pushes the video out to more people, leading to more sales. A way you can do this is maybe saying the name of the product wrong. People are always going to be in the comments being like, oh, you said this wrong, you said this wrong. Little do they know, they're just bringing us more money. And the last advanced technique we're going to go over is curiosity loops. Basically, we're going to create curiosity or suspense at the start of the video, and then we're going to delay the payoff until the end of the video. What that's going to do is it's going to keep the viewer on the video for longer because they want to figure out what's going on, which is going to push analytics like our watch time, which leads to more views. An example of how you can do this is instead of saying this product is amazing, you can say I thought this product was a scam until I tested it out. What this does is it takes the viewer on a journey because they want to find out what you found out about the product when you were using it. Now, the next thing we're going to cover is posting. When it comes to posting, the more you post, the more you're going to earn, as long as it's not sacrificing too much video quality. What you should try to aim for is 3 to 5 posts a day. It might sound like a lot at the start, but trust me, once you get into it, it's not that much. Now, another thing people won't tell you because they want you to think TikTok Shop's super easy is the real truth about the 200 view jail, which is basically when you can't get over 200 views on your video. A lot of people think this instantly means you've got issues with your account, but let me tell you the truth. If you're getting less than 50 views, there's a high chance that you do actually have issues with your account. If you're getting less than 100 views, there's a potential chance that you might have issues with your account. If you're getting less than 150 views, you might have some minor issues with your account, but just keep posting, your account probably just needs warming up. If you're getting over 150 views, but you're still not getting them views you really want to be getting, the harsh truth is, your content probably just isn't good enough yet. Now, there's no issue with being at this point, but all you need to do is make sure that you're learning and consistently trying to make your videos slightly better. Typically, this is the view guide that I tell people to follow, but there might be the odd case where you might have an outlier and you might actually have a different issue with your account. But what you can do is you can message in our free Discord and me or someone else in there will definitely be able to have a look at your account and tell you what's wrong with it. As I said, I'm going to be 100% honest with you and tell you exactly what you need to expect from TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop's still in its early stages and only in a few countries, but it's spreading quickly. Even though I teach how to do it in countries that aren't eligible, if you are in an eligible country, you're extremely lucky and you have a big chance to make a lot of money. However, if it continues to grow at the rate that it is, it's only going to get harder and harder to make money on there. Every month it's spreading to more countries, Ireland, Germany, Spain, and as more and more people get on there, it is just going to get harder to make money. Luckily, we're still super early to this opportunity, so it's time to stop procrastinating and start whilst the opportunity is still there. If you can get ahead of everyone and learn the content skills whilst it's still early, you're going to be ahead of all the competition, especially if you're in a country that's not eligible yet. You also need to understand that TikTok and the algorithm changes every single month, so you need to keep up to date with trends. Make sure that you're talking to other people that do TikTok Shop regularly, and you're constantly getting the updated information as TikTok changes. If you have made it this far in the video, you're clearly very serious about making money on TikTok Shop, which is exactly the type of person we want inside of Viral Affiliates. Inside, not only is our focus to make sure that your content is better than all the other affiliates and you're staying ahead, for free I've got a full step-by-step course on everything to do with TikTok Shop. I cover absolutely everything you need to know to start making money on TikTok Shop. And you can also be part of the community of 500 plus supportive TikTok Shop affiliates, so you can all help each other out and share ideas. We also offer so much other help like brand opportunities, weekly calls with me to keep up with trends, TikTok changes, and just have a general catch up, content reviews from me and the other people in there, a weekly list of winning products, a full course content with 50 plus lessons where I show you how to edit videos, film videos, pick products, reviews of the accounts that make the most money so you can replicate their content, and access to myself and other high earning affiliates for advice. So if you did want access to the free course and community, or you wanted the full Viral Affiliates package, it's going to be the top link in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and whether this was the reason that you started TikTok Shop or you got that little bit of advice that's helped you out on your journey, please do me a favor and like and subscribe so we can continue to help more people. And also drop a comment with anything else you want help with so I can make a video on that in the future. Can't wait to see you all smashing TikTok Shop. Peace.